Hello guys, just a quick video partly to obviously wish you a Merry Christmas, which I will do in just a moment, properly, in style. And also to say big thank you for sending me the recording of your progress on the Lord of the Rings theme. That's sounding really, really nice. And what I love most about it actually is how, I mean, this is partly your musician, this is mostly your musicianship, obviously, but it just really, really shows off how lovely the piano is as well. Just how sort of sensitively you're playing it. So when you've got that big B minor broken chord sort of working its way up the piano, you're really putting a lot of kind of musical thought into how that should sound and, you know, shaping it, the dynamics and so on. And that just brings it to life. It's, you know, that's that sort of stuff you can kind of teach it to a sort of micro degree, but it's much better if it's just sort of a real kind of genuine expression, and it sounds like a real genuine expression. You know, it sounds like you're really, really into the music. It just sounds beautiful. It's really, really nice. Yeah, made a terrific start. Absolutely terrific start. Just one suggestion for sort of, I would sort of take one element out and practice it on its own, and that's the pedalling, because the pedalling is a lot harder than it looks in that tune. It's pretty much legato pedalled all the way through, by which I mean you've got the pedal, you want the pedal engaged more or less constantly, but with breaks at every chord change to quickly release it and put it back down again. But the trick is to do that a split second after the new chord has been struck. So I noticed that 95% of the time your pedalling on that recording was really lovely, but there are a couple of times where the pedal change sounded like it was a bit after the chord, a bit too long after the chord change. There are a couple where it sounded a little bit earlier, so you end up with this kind of gap of noise, if you see what I mean, between one chord and the next. By far the best and easiest way to practice that is to just do a section of the piece left hand alone, just so that you can practice the pedaling. I'll quickly demonstrate. I don't actually have the score here, so I'm just going to make up the chords, and I'll move that so you can see my feet. Normally I'd absolutely say pedal with the heel of your foot, ball of your foot on the floor, but I'm going to exaggerate the pedaling here just so that you can see sort of exactly when I'm changing. So down with the first chord. Now, so you see a sort of new chord first, then the pedal. And that way you get the kind of link between old chord and new chord, but without blur and without that little kind of white gap. You can kind of hear if the pedals change too early. It's not unpleasant, but you get that kind of gap, and if it's changed too late, you kind of get that. So yeah, just a little technical thing to work on, but the kind of musicality of it, the projecting of the melody when you're playing your hands together in that recording is lovely. I think it just benefit from a little bit of kind of techie practice on the pedalling front. I'm very much looking forward to hearing not the Secret Agent, the Undercover Agent when I'm back in January as well. I cannot believe, obviously I'm addressing the other young man here, I can't believe how quickly you learned that. That was just incredible, and it is just by far the most you piece in that book. It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. So I'm looking forward to hearing that and picking what we're going to do next when I see you guys again in January. I'm also, with this video, I'm going to send you a thing. It's something that I got from another piano teacher I know, which is really, really fun and should give you something to sink your teeth into over Christmas. Hopefully it won't annoy you too much. It's a sheet with just the first bar or bar and a half of a bunch of well-known Christmas carols. And I'm going to challenge you guys to try and figure out what as many of them are as you can. But I'd like you to try and do it first without playing them. I'd like you to try and do it purely based on the rhythm and the overall shape of the melody. So you don't need to be able to sing it or hear it in your head exactly as it's written. But trust me, there are some which I think you'll be able to sort of get just from the overall shape of note up, note down, blah, 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 combined with the rhythm. Specifically number 15 and number 18, I think, are the easiest ones to get. There are some on there which I have no idea what they are. So I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys come up with as much as anything, because it's annoying me what some of them are. Number 5, for example, I haven't got a clue about. But it's a really, really good test of your sort of musical skills. It's a bit of cheesy Christmassy fun, and of course you can then play them to try and work that out. I thought another thing you could do with them, which would be quite fun and quite a good thing, is any that you recognise and you think, oh, that's this or that. I'm not going to say the names because then you'll know them. Try and figure out the rest of it by ear. They all give you the key signature, so you know what key you're sort of setting off in. And the vast majority of Christmas carols don't deviate too much from the key. You could even try and work out what the chords are. And again, 99% of the time the chords will just be the main chords from that key. The 1 chord, the 4 chord, the 5 chord, maybe the 6 chord and the 2 chord, and that's it. So yeah, see if you can work out what they are away from the piano. Then any that you can't, see if you can work them out by playing them on the piano. And then the bonus points thereafter, see if you can figure out the rest of the tune on the piano from the little opening that you're given. But the last bit of this sort of short recorded ramble, which is by far the most important, is to just say to both of you how utterly impressed I am that you've kind of kept this going throughout 2020. It's been a very, very odd year, and I think without doubt 2021 is going to be a lot brighter as we get into it. We've got a lot of good stuff to look forward to. But the fact that you've carried on playing, the fact that you sort of stuck with it, and all the other things that you do throughout this year are a real testimony to to your character and how you're really, really, yeah, you stick at things, and that is massively commendable. You are awesome people, and I wish you the best Christmas possible. I hope you have a really, really lovely time, a really lovely break, and super excited to getting back out in January, or maybe even before that, hearing you play again and helping you progress. So once again, congratulations. You're a credit to yourselves, you're a credit to your family. Have a fantastic Christmas, fantastic New Year, eat all the things, watch all the wonderful cheesy stuff on TV, and of course play the piano lots and lots and lots and lots. Merry Christmas, and thanks once again. Bye folks.